Hey loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gati and thank you so much for stopping by. So on today's video, I'll be showing you how to draft a basic bodice pattern that is beginner friendly. If it's something that you're interested about, then you definitely need to keep on watching. Take care of me. Talk all day, then at night, falling deep. From the top, come down by 1 inch and roll a straight line. This will act as our starting line and also our shoulder line. After rolling out a straight line, label this the shoulder. Now we're going to take all our vertical measurements from here. I'll measure my bust line. Mine is 10 inches. Mark it and roll a straight line. I'll also measure my waistline. Mine is 16 inches. Mark it and roll a straight line. One time you tell me one time. When your eyes open your eyes, baby. You be wise, system of pride, baby. On the way, I'm on the front, baby. Me alone, leave me alone. Take it back now. But you want it. You want chance to walk it on me. I've been a put it back. Turn me right around. Take it my way. Now we're going to find our armhole depth. The calculation for armhole depth is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5, but you can as well come up from the bust line by 2 inches and it will still give you the same results. So I'll come up by 2 inches, mark the points and roll a straight line. After we are done with the vertical measurements, we're going to take our horizontal measurements. First of all, we're going to start from the shoulder line. We're going to take our shoulder measurements divided by 2, mark that, and also from the shoulder line, we're going to come down by 1 inch, which will be our shoulder slope. Now I'm transferring my shoulder measurements to the chest line. Join the 2 points together and this will be my armhole depth line. To get my neck, I'll use the standard neck measurements, which is 3 by 3. I'll mark 3 inches on the shoulder line and 3 on the other side. Connect the curve and that will be my neckline. Afterwards, I'll join the neck to the shoulder slant. In order to create the armhole curve, from the shoulder slant, I'll find the midpoint, mark it, then I'll also come in by half an inch. Then from the chest line, I'll take my bust measurements divided by 4, mark the point, then connect the 3 points together, and that will be my armhole curve. On the waistline, I'll take my waist measurements divided by 4, mark the points. I'll also add 1 inch for our dart intake, mark the point, then I'll connect the waist to the chest line. And for our dart, we're going to take our nipple to nipple measurements or our bust span measurements divided by 2 and mark the point on the waistline. Then we'll also take the same measurements on the bust line. From the bust line, we're going to come down by 1 inch, then we're going to connect the 2 points together. For our dart leg, we're going to come out by half an inch from both sides. Afterwards, we're going to connect the 2 points together. And that will be our dart. From the chest line, I'm going to add 1 inch and also from the waistline and join the 2 points together, and that will act as our seam allowance. Now I'm going to use my marker to draw the line so that they can be visible, and that will be it for our front bodice pattern. For our back pattern, we're going to take a fresh pattern, and as usual we're going to come down by 1 inch and rule out a straight line, and it will act as our starting point or our shoulder line. From this other side, we're going to come in by 2 inches, mark the points and rule a straight line, and this will act as our zip line. Now we're going to take all our measurements from the zipper line and also from the shoulder line. We're going to repeat the same process as we did in the front. We'll take our bust line measurements and mark the points. We'll also take our waist measurements, mark the points and draw a straight line. Then from the bust line we'll come up by 2 inches, mark the points and draw a straight line, and this will be our chest line. On our shoulder line, we'll mark half our shoulder measurements, and from that point we'll come down by 1 inch, which will act as our shoulder slant. Usually our back neckline is higher as compared to the one in front, so we will come down by 1.5 inches. Then on our shoulder line, we'll go in by 3 inches wide. Mark the points and connect the curve together to form our back neckline. Now we're going to connect the slant to the neck to form our shoulder slant. Next, we're going to transfer our shoulder measurements to the chest line. Join the 2 points together to form our armhole depth. On our chest line, we're going to divide our bust measurements by 4 and mark the point. And on our waistline, we're going to also divide our waist measurements by 4, add 1 inch for our dart intake. Then we're going to join the 2 points together. As usual, we're going to take our bust point measurement divided by 2 and mark the points from the waistline. We're also going to repeat the same thing on our bust line. And from our bust line, we're also going to come down by 1 inch and mark the point, then connect the 2 points together. For our dart leg, we are going to repeat the same thing as we did in front. Come out by 1/2 inch from both sides and connect the 2 points together. Now we're going to find our armhole curve for the back, and as you can see, the armhole curve for the back and front is not the same. The front one is usually deeper, and that's why we go in by 1/2 inch. But for the back, we're not going to go in by 1/2 inch, but we're going to connect from the midpoint of the armhole length to the point where we marked our bust measurements. Then we're going to add 1 inch seam allowance on the bust line and also on the waistline and connect the 2 points together. Now we're going to connect our waistline to reach the zipper allowance, and we're going to do the same thing on the neckline. We're going to connect the line to reach the zipper allowance. After that, we're going to come in on the waistline by half an inch and connect the waistline to the neckline. The reason as to why we're doing so is because we want to avoid that bulging that usually occurs when we insert our zipper. Now I'm going to use my marker to make all the lines visible, and this will be our back pattern. That's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Please do subscribe and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.